Welcome to Stillworks and Brewing. My name is Randy, and this is the channel that's all about home distillation and brewing. So what do we got going on for you today? Well, today we are going to talk about and do some flavoring of our red whiskey. Okay, so first question is, where does flavor come from? All right, well, let's start with a neutral spirit. A neutral spirit is distilled at a high proof, and let's say it's 90%, so that'd be 90% alcohol and 10% of water and flavor. Okay, now you can make a neutral spirit from a sugar wash or an all grain wash, and they will taste different. And then once it's distilled out, then we'll just take good clean water to proof it down to where we'd like to drink it at. The next section would be whiskeys and bourbons. This is what I really wanted to talk about, and that's using a pot still. So most of the time, coming off the still, you're going to look, right around 70%, okay, which would be 140 proof. So that means to me that you got 70% alcohol, then you got that taste, and then you got 30% of the water and flavoring, the flavors that come through. And that's why a lot more flavor is there to work with, you know. So as the way I see it, there is really mainly three ways that we can get flavor in spirits. And you're going to probably use all of them in one way or another. Okay, so let's talk about the mash or in the fermentation. Just like the mash you make, the grain that you use will add flavor. Like say corn, it gives you that smoothness and that rich taste. If you use some rye, that'll give her that little peppery taste that everybody likes. And wheat, I feel it just gives a smoothing taste, okay? And it's very tasty. Then you can, in your mash or in your in the fermentation, you can use fruit, and fruits will give you a little. It will give you flavor. It might not be able to say, "Hey, that's apple" or "That's pear" or whatever. In my opinion, it gives it that character that you're looking for. So when you add something else in later in the process, it will just enhance it like you wouldn't believe. So all that you add to a mash, you will get some flavor. Like I said, you'll get some flavor, and you'll get that character in your distillate. Okay, the second way that you're going to get flavor is you're going to either add it in your still or into your vapor pad. Of course, the mash that you put in your still, you're going to get some of that flavor out, you know, either corn or whatever. But that flavor will carry through. So you're going to look like, say you're making a rum, you get to flavor that molasses. It's going to come through the still. Bourbons, you're going to get that corn taste. It's going to come through the still. So or if say you put a real strong maceration in your still pot, you will get, you know, like you use on gins and stuff, you will get some of that flavor come through. Or you can put a strong spice in your either sight glass or a gin basket. Yeah, if you put a bunch of strawberries in there, there's not enough strong flavor in, like say strawberries, it'd go away real quick. I'm talking like cinnamon or coffee, something that has a good strong flavor to it. You could put in your gin basket and distill up through it, and you'll get a really nice taste out of that. Okay, and your third way that you're going to get flavor, I call it after treatment. And the first thing I have to say is wood, okay? I mean, if you're using a charred oak, cherry, apple, peach, whatever wood that you decide to use, that is going to be the number way that you're, you know, like a bourbon. You know, you couldn't have a bourbon without wood, or even whiskeys. They're all aged on wood. And that's what gives it that beautiful color, too. Other things you could do, like say you're making a spiced rum. you're going to add spices right into your distillate, and you're going to let it age on that spices. All your botanicals for gin. You can put, like I said, any strong spice into your distillate and age it on that. Another thing you could do is you could add fruits right to your distillate and let it sit on fruits in your distillate, and that will add flavors. And then the one we're going to really talk about today is flavorings and extracts. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to flavor and our bread whiskey here today, and see what we come up with. There's a company out there called Olive Nation, right? They did not pay me or anything like that, but they did send me some free samples to try, and I'm glad to try them. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try these samples, and we're going to flavor some of our bread whiskey. All right, which, by the way, it turned out smooth as glass. It's very enjoyable, very enjoyable. Okay, so what did I choose? Well, I chose peanut butter. There is a whiskey that somebody makes out there, not to mention any names. It's a peanut butter taste. It's actually pretty damn good, and I got a lot of friends that love it, so I'm going to try to make some, see how that comes out. And then the next one that I'm going to make is a combination. It's going to be caramel apple whiskey. All right, so I figured that would be pretty interesting. Basically, this extracts, they're right around the ratio to use. Starting point would be 1 milliliter to 100 milliliters, so 1 to 100. So it's pretty strong stuff. And be careful not to get it on you, because you'll be smelling it all day. Not that that's a bad thing, but I don't want to smell like peanut butter all day. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to make some inverted sugar, because I think these are going to need a little bit of sweetening. So let's do that first. All right, let's get started. Just to show you, it is so easy to make. What I got here is 3/4 cups of excuse me, 3/4 cups of water and a 1/2 pound of sugar. Okay, 1/2 pound of sugar, and we'll start warming this up. And what else we need to help break that sugar down is we need a 1/8 of teaspoon of citric acid. 1/8 teaspoon of citric acid. And all we have to do is bring this up to a very low simmer. Make sure it's all dissolved. Very low simmer for 20 minutes. And then we'll let it cool down. So let me get this done, and we'll be back. So it's time to do the flavoring part. The very first one we're going to make is, let's do the peanut butter first. Okay. So what I got right here, the ratio to add this flavoring from Olive Nation is 1 to 100. So I'm going to, it smells so good. So to do that, I have 700 milliliters in this jar. So I need to add 7 milliliters of the flavoring. Now, what I got is these little, I think they call them pepits. They're little disposable eyedroppers, like, 1 to 100 milliliters. 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 1 to 100 milliliters and they're marked off in milliliters. This one's actually 3 total. Because this stuff will, if you get it on you, you're going to smell it the rest of the day. Not that that's a bad thing. So let's put 7 milliliters in here first. There's 1. There's 2. There's 2. Four. 6. And 7. Okay. It smells like peanut butter. I mean, if you stick your nose into a peanut butter sandwich, that's what that smells like. So, we have that flavor in there. Now, the next question, we need to have some sweetener because the brands that I've tasted before, they got a little bit of sweetener to them. Okay. So, I think I figured out I'm going to sweeten it to taste. So, I think I'm going to go with 25, and this will be a work in progress. There's 25. That was 5. I'm going to go with 10 first. There's 10 first. I want to taste it. I don't want to make it too sweet. I mean, all. I really don't smell peanut butter in there too much, but I'm going to just take a regular eyedropper to give it a little taste first. I think it needs, I don't taste the really sweetness all, so I'm going to go ahead and put the, so that's 25. I taste a little bit of the peanut butter, but not really. I think I'm going to just add a little bit more peanut butter flavoring. Because that, like I said, that 1 to 100, that's a good starting point. Because you don't want to go. So that's 9. That's pretty good. I taste peanut butter. But I think I need a little bit more sweetness to it. Let me write this down before I forget. So what was that again? So far that was 9. And it was 35 of the sweetness. Okay? Because I know I'll forget. If I don't write it down, I'll forget. Give it a shake one more time. I tell you what, I want just a little more peanut butter. I think the sweetness is okay. Yeah, that's it. So we put, that's 11 milliliters of the peanut butter. And that is 45 milliliters of the sweetener. Okay. Shake it up one more time. Yes, that's it. That is it. Right there's the number. Okay? That is going to be delicious good. And I think, you know, you give it a little bit of while to all the flavors to marry up and all that good stuff. Okay. Very good. There's our peanut butter. All right. So the next one we're going to do, okay, so I'm going to throw that away. The next one we're going to do is the caramel apple. All right, so again, I got 700 milliliters of our red whiskey. So, what I'm going to add, let's go with apple first. Oh, that smells like apple. So, I think I'm going to go with, start off with the 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. So that's the apple one. Alright. And we'll start off with the 25. Of the sweetener. 25. Smells like apple. Tastes like apple. Okay, so I want to go, I don't want too much caramel. I want apple to be the main flavoring. So let's just start off with 2 of the caramel. Oh, it smells so good though. It smells so good. Let's see what it tastes like. Wow. Wow. I'm going to leave it right there. That is perfect. All right. So let me write it down. So it was 9 and 2. Let me put the lids on these before I spill it, because if you know me, I'm good at that. Okay. In closing, I think we got two very good whiskeys here. The apple caramel and the peanut butter. It just goes to show you can take any good spirit and you could, if you want a flavoring, you could flavor your own spirit or a spirit that you bought. It was very easy to do. It's just a little bit of trial and error and write down what you did so you remember it for the next time. So I would like to thank Olive Nation. I think this product has been very good. The only other couple things I got left is, hey, if you like this video, please hit that subscribe button. It is so appreciated. Hit that notification bell, share us with your friends, give us that thumbs up, and leave a comment, and I'll get to you as soon as I can. Last thing is, hey, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time here on Stillworks and Brewing. This is something you would like. It is very delicious, but I just don't think it's going to last very long. No, not at all. Okay, see you next time.